Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, middle of the week. Morning, Luke.
How are you doing? You all right?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Very cold, but I'm good.
I was just going to say I'm here in my house in the nice warm comfort of my own home, and Luke's in the building, which apparently is absolutely freezing, isn't it?
Yeah, I stuck the heating on, but it takes a while to kick in, doesn't it? So I'll be all right with it. I see you got your tree up now.
Yeah, so I moved my camera today because we talked about our trees last week. So got mine in the background. Yeah, it was funny actually because I said to you we're going to this Christmas tree farm and it's going to be lovely. We're going to pick a Christmas tree and this, that, and the other. Do you know what happened? Oh, morning, Laurel. Laurel's just said good morning.
Yeah, hello.
So we went to the Christmas tree farm, drove all the way there. It was like muddy as anything. Walking around. We didn't like any of the trees. They were all just like didn't really like sparse, but then the top there's about a massive bit. There was just nothing on the top.
A bit that bends on the ceiling.
Yeah. So like
they've all been taken.
Pardon?
Is that because they're all taken before?
No, there was loads left. We just couldn't find one that we liked. So we walked around for ages, and in the end, we ended up driving back home and just going to the garden centre down the road and getting one from there.
You're looking forward to it as well.
I know. After all of that, I was so looking forward to it. I was like, right, we have to go somewhere else next year. But we had a bacon roll and a coffee, so it wasn't all a loss,
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice experience, isn't it? Going out and seeing more. You decorate it all, kids.
Me and the kids. Yeah, it's
I like the light.
Yeah, the kids are happy with it, but every now and again when I walk past it, I keep having to like move a bauble or because it's not quite in the right place, and the kids keep moving stuff. So I'm trying just to just let them do. It's their Christmas tree. Let them do what they want. It's not like anyone's allowed in my house to see it anyway. So
exactly. Yeah.
Do you have a good weekend?
It was all right actually. Yeah, not too bad. Chilled most of it. It was really cold in Leicester. We had a tiny snow as well. It was like sludge. If it was raining before and it landed in just sludge, so it was horrible weather to go out, so I didn't want to go anywhere.
It was so cold. I went to watch my son play football on Saturday morning. Oh my God, bitter. It was absolutely bitter. But yeah, like it sort of the sky looked like, and it felt a bit like it was going to snow, but it never quite got there, did it? Not forever.
It's definitely coming, isn't it? It's cold enough. I think I was talking about it the other day. Like I swear, it's the first winter in quite a few winters where it's actually been cold. It weren't really that cold.
No,
the winter before that weren't really that bad either, but this one is. But no, I like it. It should be cold in winter. It should be snowing, so hopefully it does. Hopefully it comes.
Literally, the kids were saying on the way to school this morning, "When are we going to get snow?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. Don't pin all your hopes on it."
It was a few years back now. I can't remember the year it was, but it was a few years ago. Probably like 6-7 years ago. We had loads and loads of snow. It was like really deep, deepest snow I've seen in my life. Really deep. And we built a snowman in the garden. We actually have ladders to go up on, literally to build the snowman. And the button was pinned. I'll find a photo and I'll post it when you see it. It was massive. And the Leicester Mercury came round, but someone had drove past and rang the Mercury and took a photo of it, and we were in the paper. Yeah.
Really?
It was huge. It was massive.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. I do remember a few years ago now that the kids' school shut and we like took the kids out on the sledges, and it was so deep, like it was going up to like there on the kids' legs and stuff. And because where I live, it's just a little country road to get into, picking them up from school. And I picked them up from school that day and driving down this road, and it was just like, like the big what do you call it? Like the mounds of snow. I don't know how I got home. I rang my husband like crying on the way home, like I can't get there. And in the end, like this farmer man was like, it was in his truck in front of me, and he was like telling me what to do where to get your wheels in the right place. Oh, it was so scary. We made it home, and then I think we were with him for about 3 days. It was so bad.
You hear tell the story, so you're right. Yeah, last winter wasn't cold at all either.
It wasn't.
It was too warm for Christmas time, I thought.
It is nice. It does make you feel a bit more like, when you wrapping up, getting your hat and scarves and gloves on and whatnot. It does make you feel a bit more wintry and Christmassy, doesn't it? Are you feeling in the Christmas spirit yet?
I'm always, yeah, I am. Not as much as other years.
Well, you're Mr. Christmas, aren't you? You love Christmas.
Yeah, I do. I still love Christmas, but I don't know, it's different this year, isn't it? I don't know, everything feels different. Maybe I will, but it's taking a longer time to get into the spirit, I think.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, ish. Again, not massively. I think for me, I start to feel Christmassy when the kids break up from school, and then I know we're on.
Yeah, when does it break up in Northampton? When does it break up?
Well, we were supposed to break up on the 18th of December, so not this Friday, next Friday. And then we got a message from the school last night saying that they're changing it to the 17th, so the day before. And apparently it's something that's come down from the government. It's for track and trace, so that teachers can have a clear 6-day run before Christmas Eve. So there's no chance of them getting caught up in the track and trace thing on Christmas Eve. So yeah,
you know, you're saying the kids should break up a week earlier, but yeah, it's a day earlier. Mine's the 17th as well.
Is it?
Yeah, 17th.
Yeah. I'm happy. Like when it was the day before, I told the kids and they were like buzzing, and I was really happy. But I have heard a few moans from some of the parents because it then throws them into, if they've still got work on the Friday, a bit of jeopardy with childcare and stuff. So you know, it's can cause a few problems, but you know, yeah, I'm happy. I can't wait for them to be at home and get into the Christmas spirit and start getting all Christmassy.
1st of December. That's it. 1st of December, everything stops. No
Really?
school, no work, nothing. That's how it should be.
Oh my God! Do you not think we'd be a bit?
They have literally the whole month off.
Who do?
Canada.
Do they?
Yeah, well, apparently, I've got a few friends in Canada, and they say that Christmas is huge there, and like they have the whole month off. It's like a whole government thing where government that you're off and all this, and you get paid for so many things and all that. Yeah, Canada's the place to be, I think.
Oh, we need to emigrate. But it's very cold in Canada, and they get really bad snow, don't they?
Yeah, they do get really bad. It's really deep as well.
Maybe that's why they have to have December off, because they can't get out of the houses.
So yeah, it's stuck there. That's why I can't go out.
Yeah. Oh, so what is there to talk about today? So something I thought, obviously, all over the news. Yesterday, they named it V-Day, didn't they? Vaccine Day.
What day?
V-Day, Vaccine Day.
Oh, that it is.
Yeah, on the news yesterday. Pardon?
Was yesterday the first day?
So yeah, yesterday morning there was, I think she was 92, a lady, Margaret Keenan. She was the first person to have the COVID vaccine, and she had it at Coventry. They had, that's where the first one took place. And then the second person to have it was another older man, I think he was maybe 92, called William Shakespeare. Can you believe that?
Oh, okay.
They were saying on Good Morning Britain, he's got to be related to William Shakespeare, like, you know, somehow. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it was a funny day yesterday because a lot of people who I spoke to and I saw on the news and stuff said they found it really emotional because it's sort of like the beginning of the end, you know? There's this vaccine now, it's being rolled out. And then obviously you've got the people who are adamant that they're not going to take it and it's not safe and this, that and the other. So I think it's a very mixed camp at the moment.
There's a lot of people that could never see an end to. I mean, the first lockdown was bad, and then the time in between, the second lockdown weren't great, and then the second lockdown came, and then it's kind of, we're back to square one now. There's a lot of people, you know, a lot of people I don't know that could never see, and probably still don't really see like an end to it. So I spoke yesterday for those people who couldn't see an end to anything like that. But it's a big day, isn't it? Because, you know, a bit of hope vaccine. So yeah,
massive. I mean, it's going out to the over 80s and care homes and care workers first. So if you think all those poor people who've been in care homes and not been able to have relatives visit and things like that for so long, I mean, that must be amazing. There's now an end in sight, and you can see your elderly family who are in a care home, or you can feel safe as a care worker in a care home. That's a
big deal. That's a big deal. I think for me, the care homes is. I mean, you've seen on the videos where you've got families going to see the relatives through windows, and things like that. And it's not, if it puts a stop to that, then that's good enough.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, what's your views? How would you take the vaccine?
At the moment, no. Only because I think it's just too early for a vaccine. I can see the reasons why people are taking it, and I agree with the reasons. But for me, I just think I will take it. But
a little bit further down the line.
Yeah, but saying that, I don't think I'd be eligible to take it until further down the line anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. See. I
mean,
thought about it. Sometimes I'm thinking, yeah, I will. So I am on the fence with it. But at the moment, today, I'd probably say if someone came to now and said, "Here's a vaccine," I don't think I'd take it yet. But for other people, I think it's important. If they want to take it, they should take it. If that's what they want to do. Especially people with health conditions and family that need everything like that,
Yeah, I think like for me, I'd take it now because my parents are both really vulnerable. So my mum is desperate, can't wait. And I think my mum will be quite high on the list, both my mum and dad, because they're so vulnerable and their ages, they'll be quite high on the list of getting it. And I would take it because I just feel like I don't want to carry on living the way we're all having to live at the moment. I want to be able to feel safe to go around and see my parents. And I don't want to ever, the thought of perhaps spreading it to someone is a great concern of mine because it can be done without any knowledge at all. So I would take the vaccine. But having said that, I wouldn't give it to my children.
You wouldn't?
No, not at the minute. Because I feel like they're not at any risk really of dying from it. They are, if they're going to get it, they probably won't even know. So I don't think it's necessary for them to have it yet. I mean, not that I think, like you said, you or I or my kids or your kids, anyone will be anytime soon anyway, because we won't. But if someone came to me today and said, do you want to get your children vaccinated for it today? I'd say no, just because, I don't know, I feel like they don't perhaps need it at the moment. And it's not, I think, we just want our vulnerable to be vaccinated and be safe, Yeah, it's a funny old one, isn't it? I saw this thing on Facebook the other day.
I'm just sorry, I'm just counting. I'm just putting my phone out as well. So if I do go blank for a few seconds, I'm still here.
I saw like this thing on Facebook the other day that was saying there's all these people saying where sound's gone all funny. There's all these people. I'll carry on while Luke's doing something. There's all these people on Facebook saying, I'm not taking this, definitely not taking this vaccine because it's not safe. We don't know what's put in it. But then there's so many people over the years, not saying everyone, but a lot of people who've been out in a club, taken some drugs given to you by someone in the corner. You've no idea who it is, but you was willing to put that into your body, but not something that, has been made for a specific reason. So Laurel said, but I like statistics.
I am here.
Going on with the sound here. But, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, what was that? Laurel said, I would like some more data, but I like
statistics.
Yeah, and I think that's how a lot of people think.
Mm.
Because it is early, isn't it? It's all the vaccines that people have taken, they've been out for years, or they've had a longer process of trials. Am I echoing, or can you hear me okay?
You bet. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool. But with this one, and I think you were saying last week, weren't you, or maybe the week before that?
No, yeah, it was last week.
The reason that they've pushed this through and it's gone through a lot quicker isn't because they've lacked on the testing and they've not like tested it less, but it's because of the legal side of things, paperwork, which they've managed to push through. So hopefully that is right. Hopefully they have done the right amount of tests and stuff for it. But yeah, I mean,
time will tell. Like we said,
it's not there yet, is it?
No. And I guess, it's all very well us sort of, saying whether we take it or not. I think we're a long way away, the likes of us, to be having the opportunity anyway, because it is going to go to a lot more of the vulnerable and our frontline workers. I heard something the other day, they're saying they want teachers to be some of the first ones to have it, because obviously if the teachers stay well and can carry on teach, that's going to keep the education and the schools going. So I guess that's, I agree with that. And perhaps teachers should. So Laura said, what about vape pens? You don't know what's in them. True. Well, this is it. We put a lot of stuff into our bodies, which we have no idea about. I think there's a lot of the conspiracy theories going around about this vaccine, saying that it's the government's way of trying to, what's the word?
There's a lot.
Like they're trying to put like a thing in you so they can track you. What's it called?
Chips in so they can track you. I've heard one where they were saying that maybe there's something in it to try and make people infertile, to try and cut down population and things like that. There's lots.
Infertile, really?
Yeah. There's lots of different things going around.
Well, you're always going to get that, and because this is such a blooming massive thing, there's always. I mean, look at. I never forget before this pandemic, and we were at work one day, and we were sat having a chat with a few other people, and saying about how there was a lot of conspiracy theories about the coronavirus, and is it real, and is it going to hit us in England? Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then about 3 weeks later, we went on to lockdown. So there's always some sort of different conspiracy theories and people trying to stir up the pot.
Yeah. There is, and there's also today on the way down here, I was on Ad Radio on, and they were saying how people with allergies, like food allergies, severe ones, shouldn't take this vaccine yet.
Oh, really?
They didn't go into the reason why. They just said that they shouldn't take it yet because it's not been tested on people with the allergies.
Okay.
I suppose people with like bad nut allergies or food allergies.
I did hear that pregnant women shouldn't take it either, but I don't know why. But they're advising not to take it yet. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Everyone's got a different view on it, and as long as you take the decision that you want to take, then it's the right one, isn't it?
Absolutely. So moving on, something else I heard on the news this morning, which I was quite shocked about actually. Did you hear about this football match last night? It was Paris Saint-Germain, where obviously because the whole Black Lives Matter at the moment and racism, and apparently one of the linemen said something racist, and in turn it ended up with both teams walking off the pitch. Yeah,
it was Istanbul. It was PSG in Istanbul.
Was it?
And they were playing football.
Who was he racist to? One of the players, or?
Yeah, so Bar, one of the players, was booked. Well, no, sorry. Let me start again. The referee was told that somebody committed a foul by the fourth official, which is like in this case the linesman. So they're communicating through headphones and things like that. So it was a bit unclear as to who the referee was meant to be looking at and maybe booking. And so the players had to do is surround the referee, trying to find out what's going on and everything. Then the fourth official was the other referee, was saying to the main referee to book that guy. The referee said who, didn't know who to book. And the fourth official said the black guy. It's a black guy over there. But then I think things, when they were off air as well, were said. I'm unsure as to what was said. But I think by the sounds of it, it's things a little bit worse than that as well. But yeah, and the player then said to the referee, so there's white people, there's black people on here. Why are you referring to me as the black guy when you don't refer to white people as the white person? Yeah. So then that was the issue. And then the players went in to changing rooms, and then Istanbul, which was the other team, they refused to come back out because they say no to racism. So the game didn't go ahead, and it's been postponed, and it's going to go ahead again. I'm not sure when. I think maybe in 2 weeks' time, somewhere around there. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's the issue with it.
Because then there was this other incident at Millwall as well, wasn't there?
Oh, well, that one was just, yeah.
So what was it? The Millwall players took the knee for Black Lives Matter at the beginning of the match, and then their own fans booed them.
Yeah. So because some teams now some stadiums are allowing players back in certain areas, and Millwall, unfortunately, is one of the teams where you can have fans back in. And as you know, like all the games, so all the games, I think to remember as well, is that all the games now, all the football games are televised. So because of Corona, and you can't have fans in, they're all on Sky, BT, normal tele, so they're all televised. So this game is televised as well. And all the games, all the Premiership games, all the players take the knee. I think it's about 10 seconds before the game. Well, there's been no issues with it, but then the Millwall game, they took the knee, and then the fans booed, and you could hear it quite really clearly. It wasn't just a few fans; it would sound like pretty much all the fans in the stadium. Yeah, and I think the game still went ahead.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, but now because of that, a lot of teams have now said that if that happens with any of our teams, we're not going to play the game. We're gonna walk off.
I think that's a good stance, because there needs to be some sort of repercussions to these sort of actions. The fans need to know if their behaviour is not acceptable, then they shouldn't be allowed to sit and watch a football match.
It is.
I heard someone say the other day that surely with the Millwall incident, because there's so few fans allowed in, and with track and trace and everything like that, the officials should be able to actually pinpoint the Millwall fans who was there doing it, and they should be banned. They should be banned for life.
So, but that'd take a bit of work on their half, wouldn't it? And they don't think they ever do that.
But if there's any time to actually catch the people when there's only a crowd, some fans in there, now would be it, wouldn't it?
They should do it. They should do that. They should use the technology that they've got, because they've got it, to look at the fans. They all know who's paid to go in, who's sat where, because they're all allocated seats now.
Exactly.
Whether they will or not, I doubt it.
But then maybe if that's not going to happen, well, maybe if that doesn't happen, maybe it's then for the teams to say, well, if things like this, we're not going to play, and maybe walking off is a good show of unity, and that this behaviour isn't acceptable.
Yeah. I mean, the fans, I don't think Millwall actually said anything in response to it.
Oh, really?
The manager or anything. From what I've heard, he probably did, but from what I've seen, I've not seen anything about it. But like I said, all the other clubs, not all the other clubs, but some of the other clubs in that league, they've all said that if it happens in their ground, they're going to postpone their walk off, and they won't play the game. But a lot of players, I mean, not players, but fans wise, it's quite mixed, because a lot of them are quite happy for that to go on. Take the knee before the game. Some of them, like the Millwall fans, they tried to justify why they did it. They said it's gone on for too long. They're taking the knee before the game's gone on for too long, and it's one of them actually said it's wrecking football. Taking the knee before. The thing is with that, it's still bringing awareness to it. It's still bringing awareness, and it's like I said, all the games are televised, so you've got millions and millions of people watching these football games, right? So if you're going the whole week and you've completely forgot about everything that's been going on, you sit down and watch a football game. That 10 seconds just reminds you. Yeah.
But you haven't gone away.
Reminder, it's gone on for long enough, but I'm pretty sure the whole reason of Black Lives Matter has gone on for a lot longer.
Definitely.
It's
well, perhaps we might start to see some different behaviour from the actual teams now, which may sort of, I don't know, make people realise that behaviour is not acceptable at a football match. Otherwise, you won't get to watch a game of football.
Hopefully, just punish the fans that were doing it in the final.
Yeah. I agree. I think they should be punished. It's not acceptable. They should be banned. It's not.
Should be. If they get away with it, then they'll get away with it a second time and a third time, and it won't change anything, will it?
No, it won't. And it's a real sad state of affairs, really, that there's still those sort of people living in our world these days. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that about brings us to a finish this morning. That was it. So thank you everyone who joined us. Laurel, thank you. I'll just quickly read out. Laurel put, pregnant people aren't allowed the vaccine yet because it hasn't been tested on them. Okay, so
How do you test it? That's a tricky one, isn't it? How are you going to test a new vaccine on a pregnant person?
Yeah, I'm not sure you'll get many volunteers.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, thank you for joining me for a chat today. Stay warm, people. It's freezing out there. Luke, hope the building warms up for you.
Warmed up now.
Are you warmed up now? Good, good. All right, then. We will be back tomorrow, same time, 11 o'clock, for another chat and a cuppa. So join us then. Thank you, everyone. See you later.
Jasmine.